What's up, Schwartz Force? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to dive into this awesome bronze watch right here by Enriva Watch Company. Check this out. Okay, let's jump right into this review, starting with a quick unboxing. Now, I do want to say this watch was sent into the channel for review by Enriva after seeing my review video that I did on their 1000 meter Abyss Deep Diver watch, which I'll link up here so you can go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. Now, keep in mind that while I get to keep this watch, I will give you my honest thoughts and opinions of this piece, as well as include a link down in the comments and description. So if you want to pick one up for yourself, please use my links, as that helps my channel grow, and I really appreciate it. And first off, I gotta say, this is one of the nicest boxes that I've seen on a sub $300 watch. It's got this really nice padding on the outside, and I was kind of impressed just the presentation that came with this piece. And starting with the dimensions, we have a case diameter that is actually 41 millimeters, with the bezel overhanging just slightly for a total width of 42 millimeters. If we include the screw down crown, it comes out to 44.8 millimeters. Lug to lug height of just under 50 millimeters, lug width of 20 millimeters, and case thickness with the flat sapphire crystal of 12.8 millimeters. Here's how this watch wears on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. It's got really great wrist presence, and with the curved lugs, the watch wraps around my wrist just fine and wears more like a watch of only 10 to 11 millimeters thick. Now, the first thing you've noticed about this watch is the fact that it is a bronze case and bronze bezel dive watch. The case and bezel are constructed from QAL94 bronze, which is composed of mostly copper, iron, aluminum, nickel, and manganese. This particular blend of metals gives the bronze excellent corrosion resistance properties, and you will actually see this used in marine, chemical, aircraft, and earth-moving tools and machinery applications. Now, in this case, it's likely going to be used for water diving or desk diving. The choice is yours. I love that it has this golden color to it when it's first polished, but this will dull and develop a patina over time. Now, I plan to make a how-to video showing how to force patina on bronze watches using this particular watch, so stick around for that. Now, the watch also has a bronze crown, which I think is done really nicely, using a double coin edge, and it includes the logo etched into the crown as well. The absence of crown guards also makes the crown really easy to use when setting the time, or winding the movement, or adjusting the date, which we'll get into later in the video. The bezel is also solid bronze, featuring radial brushing and Arabic numerals engraved in 15-minute intervals with engraved stick indices at each 5-minute interval. We do see Lume applied at a triangle at 12 o'clock, making this a functional diver's watch. The bezel has a deep coin edge that has just the right feeling of sharpness to it, the same way the other Enriva dive watch was, so they've really nailed the Goldilocks feel when it comes to the bezel edge. And getting up close, you can see there's a bead blasted finish or look to the edge of the bezel, where it then transitions to the radial brushings. There's really nice attention to detail there, so I wanted to point that out. It is a 120 click unidirectional rotating bezel with perfect bezel action feeling, a slight bit of backplay, and the alignment is really great. Moving to the strap, we see a brown leather strap is included with contrast white stitching. The strap is a bit thick and it feels smooth, and while I like the color of the leather, I gotta be honest, it doesn't feel as high quality as some other straps that I own that I would likely swap onto this particular watch. The strap does not taper, so it will have a buckle width also of 20 millimeters. The tang buckle looks bronze, but it's actually a stainless steel buckle that has been colored to look like bronze metal with patina already applied. And this makes sense, as if you had a solid bronze tang buckle, there will be a high chance of staining on your wrist wherever it may come in contact with the skin, so keep that in mind if you decide to get a bronze buckle. The same applies with the screw down case back, which is all stainless steel. I like this coin edge along the case back, and there's a simple no-nonsense bead blasted surface. We see branding along with indication of water resistance, reference number ESB720LGN, and serial number out of 500 of these watches made. Moving to the front of the watch, we see there's a flat sapphire crystal that has AR coating applied to the underside and includes an anti-fingerprint coating on the outside of the glass. I like the bevel edge we see on the sapphire, giving just a bit of light play and distortion in various angles. The AR coating is clear and allows that sunburst green dial to just pop right out at you. Green and gold tones pair so well together, so I love this dial color that Enriva chose. I think a rich navy blue or even a dark burgundy dial would have worked really well with this watch also, so maybe they'll release other colors down the road. The dial has applied branding at 12 o'clock with applied logo in bronze with indication of automatic movement and 200 meters water resistance printing in white at 6 o'clock. We see a white date wheel at 3 o'clock. There are the common Rolex Submariner style hour markers applied in bronze with Lume applied in white. There are also Lume pips applied just outside of each hour marker along the chapter ring where we see simple stick lines printed in white. Lastly, there is the baton-shaped hour and minute hands with brushed bronze finishing and Lume applied, and a needle second hand with a rectangular pip at the end, also with Lume applied. Now, Lume on the watch is good, but could be a bit more consistent in between the hour markers and the handset. Lume on the hands fades a bit more quickly than the Lume on the hour markers and bezel. And on this watch, the time was legible for about an hour or so before fading away to a point where I could not read the time in complete darkness. The movement powering this watch is the robust Seiko NH35 automatic movement, beating at 3 Hz or 21,600 vibrations per hour, allows for hand winding, hacking of the seconds hand, and quick set of the date. With a power reserve of around 40 hours, this movement has been regulated with an impressive accuracy of around 0 to -2 seconds per day, 0 beat error, and an amplitude somewhere between 230 and 240. Now, priced at $250, I think this is a great dive watch if you're looking for a bronze diver that isn't going to break the bank and is not a direct homage of some of the other watches out there. This green dial color is stunning in person and goes so well with the bronze case and accents of the hands and the hour markers, and I like that we're getting a true dive watch with 200 meters water resistance rating. Some things I would have liked to see could have been a better OEM strap and more consistent application of the Lume between the hands and the hour markers. Now that said, this watch is an absolute strap monster if you can get bronze buckles in 18 or 16 millimeters to pair up with any straps that taper down. As we check out my favorite strap combinations here, just want to take a moment and say thank you for checking out this review, and please be sure to leave me a comment down below with your thoughts on this watch, and don't forget to use my link if you decide to pick one of these up for yourselves. Let's have a wrist check down in the comments. What are you rocking on the wrist today? And of course, as always, may the Schwartz be with you. I can't wait to see you all at the next one. Until then, take care.